Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this edition of On the Links Live. We're coming to you from the Peterborough Golf and Country Club on this beautiful Sunday morning. I'm Pete Dowladay, hoping Carl Lawson will join us here in just a little bit. Also hoping that former Peterborough member, longtime junior member here for sure, Reg Millage, will hopefully join us on the program here today as well. We're at the Next Gen tournament here, and we're going to talk to our first guest about this. Today's show is brought to you by the Peterborough Golf and Country Club, where memberships are still available in all categories here this year on this classic Stanley Thompson course, as well as our friends at Nexicom, longtime sponsors of On the Links, as well as Sandbagger. Yes, Sandbagger on board here, and we appreciate that, and Tony's Clubhouse too, among some others. But we're going to talk to the tournament director here, the man that's been in charge of the golf here since about Wednesday, Thursday, when practice rounds started at the Peterborough Golf and Country Club for the Next Gen tournament. And he'll give us all the scoop on what's going on. That's Daniel Supa. And Daniel, I'm just going to shift over. I want you to come on in. It's going to be cozy here, buddy. But how you doing today, man? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing great, Pete. Thanks for having me.
I'm going to move that it's right there in between us. It's all good. So tell us about your role. Tell us about your title, and for people that aren't familiar with
of course. Well, it's a great day here. Sun is out. And my role at Golf Canada here, I'm one of the tournament directors for the amateur championships that we run across the country. One of those including the Next Gen series. So this is the pinnacle of junior golfers in Canada here. So
all right, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
I grew up in Etobicoke, so just a suburb of Toronto.
Yep.
Big golfer myself. I actually got to play the golf course here this week, so the kids are in good hands with the golf course, as well as all the staff and volunteers and members this week.
Yeah, it's a big commitment, first of all, from a golf course to give up your course for 3 or 4 days. I know there's reciprocals and there's members playing all over the place, so that's kind of cool. But to talk a little bit about the golf course, like the classic Stanley Thompson course. A couple of the holes aren't his; they're a little on the newer side. 4, 5, and 6 sort of thing, but the rest of the golf course very familiar looking compared to some other Stanley Thompson courses you played.
Yeah, so it's funny you bring that up. A lot of our events are actually hosted at Stanley Thompson designed courses. We tend to gravitate toward those courses. They're very well designed. They're fairly straightforward, but you still have to golf your ball out here and play well to score well. It's a great test for the kids, and it's a classic layout, which I like.
Absolutely, and not a lot of even lie sometimes. That's kind of maybe a signature of a Stanley Thompson course. Is not often you could hit the best drive ever and still kind of not be on a flat surface.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I know I had a couple of those uneven lies earlier, but these kids can navigate that easy.
Talk about the kids. So what ages are we talking here? And the young guns nowadays are just so good.
Yeah, exactly. They are all under 18 years old. They could be as young as 13 all the way up to that 18 age.
Yeah.
And they've been playing competitive golf for years, so they're unreal. They can stripe it down the fairway pretty well here. No concerns with their golf game.
Yeah, they're just it's hard to see behind us here, but the first tee is not far behind us here, and we've been watching them. You've been watching them all week, and it can be an intimidating tee shot. Number one, you got water and sort of that area on the left. You could go OB on the right, but it doesn't seem to stop them. They're firing it off somewhat. The guys anyway from the back tees. The ladies, I think, are playing from what traditionally would be the white tees here at Peterborough. And they're wedges in, most of these guys. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, they can even hit iron off the tee. They can get it out there pretty far past the water that creeps out into the fairway there. But it is a challenging opening hole for them.
Yeah, I think you may have heard the story too, but I think, man, I want to say it was someone along the lines of, and I should know this, but Sam Snead or somebody played here. Ben Hogan, somebody years ago, was on some sort of tour of Canada, maybe after playing the Canadian Open or whatever, and called it the toughest opening hole that they had played. So I,
yeah, most of the staff that I've dealt with, they say it's a pretty intimidating and tough opening hole, and it'll be the toughest that they play.
You take a 4 there and kind of run. It feels like a birdie. I would say
100%.
Absolutely. All right. So the tournament wraps up today. Golfers are just teeing off as we speak, sort of a leader group, if you will. And just the tournament itself, we talked about it off the top, but we're talking like how far away are some of these golfers coming from?
So this next gen championship is going to see predominantly Ontario
so
players.
They stay close to home somewhat at this stage of the year.
And we'll get Quebec players as well because they are close by from here, and they can play and then turn up here at the Ontario Championship.
But eventually, like, is there like a Canadian wide sort of thing by the end of the year? Or?
Yes. So this is a qualifier for the national championships for the juniors on the boys and girls side, so they can qualify for that. By their finish in this tournament.
Name some of the graduates, not to put you on the spot, but I know some of the current players that are on the respective tours.
Yeah,
but this is where they started. This is kind of where the Corey Connors and so on. Brooke Henderson started out. Exactly.
Yeah, you named them. There's a plaque or a sign in the pro shop the last time Golf Canada had their junior championship here, and they all signed it. And
it was on there. I didn't see that.
You mentioned those names. Corey Connors, Adam Svensson.
Yeah,
all the up and coming Canadian golfers now.
It's wild stuff, and congratulations to you. Yeah, you got to call it.
I got to take a call.
Yeah, take a call, man. I'll do a little commercial. We can play a little commercial, man. He's a busy guy. He's the tournament director. He's a busy spot. So we'll take a quick time out. We'll hear from our friends at Sandbagger and be back after this. All right, welcome back. Just a little time out there on the links. On the links brought to you by the great crew we just heard from right there, which is Sandbagger, Jay Rowan and his fantastic crew there, just supporting fantastic golf with their sort of golf-themed beverage, which is absolutely fantastic. If you haven't grabbed any yet, please give it a try. And also one of our great sponsors right here, our hosts here today from the Peterborough Golf and Country Club. And of course, we appreciate their support. As they say, experience members only private golf club here. They offer memberships to suit all ages, lifestyles and interest, golf, social, curling, memberships available, and as well, some great tournaments coming up here at the Peterborough Golf and Country Club. If you want to sort of try it out, then give it a whirl. I know the Trent Excalibur tournament is coming up here at the end of June, the last Thursday in June. I believe it is the 29th. A great cause there, supporting our student athletes at Trent University, and proud as well to announce, and some details will be coming out on this, but the second annual Gary Dalladay Memorial Tournament is coming up here at the Peterborough Golf and Country Club as well. Why don't we bring in, speaking of the golf club, let's bring in, have a seat over here, Jermaine. We're going to get cozy here because we're only going with the one camera here today, but let's get Jermaine in here from the Peterborough Golf and Country Club. Squeeze in just a little bit so we can see your autographed Corey Perry hat there.
Very proud of it.
How you doing, my man? How are things going?
Doing well, Pete. Yourself?
We're doing good. So we're taping this on Friday, but we're airing it Sunday morning as the next gen tournament will just be teeing off 9:00 Sunday morning. So first of all, I know you're proud to be sort of the host of this event.
Yeah, for sure we are. They approached us, I want to say 6-7 months ago, and asked us if we were interested. And the course is fantastic, first of all, but because we have to have the product. If we don't have the product, then we can't accept such an invitation to be involved with this. But we were ready to go. We took it to our board. loved the idea,
Mhm.
and 6 months later, here we are.
Here we are. And man, did you know the weather was going to be this nice for this weekend?
Well, I didn't know that, but I'm thankful because for us people that have allergies, today is a fantastic day.
Oh my gosh, isn't it? You could sell allergy medicine here today and get triple the price, I'm for sure. Yeah, they're hitting me too. So, yeah, hitting us hard, but that's okay. So, what else is going on with Peterborough Golf and Country Club? I was just kind of mentioning as you're coming on, there's some of the outside tournaments that you're hosting. The Trent tournament is back in late June. I was mentioning the Gary Dalladay Memorial Tournament, and the Hall of Fame's coming up too.
And Hall of
Yeah,
Fame
yeah.
next Thursday,
Yeah.
a huge day for us. The tournament started when they pitched it to me to come back this year. They said 150 something people. Now we're up to 272. I don't know what happened there.
Is it a 2-day event? Or?
It's gonna feel like a 3-day event, Pete.
Wow, that's got to be a record.
It is apparently, and
Wow.
and it's gonna take over the entire second floor. But it's great. We're looking forward to it. It was tough to get carts, though. That was kind of an
Yeah,
interesting
no
part of
doubt.
it.
Are you probably glad maybe that the free bar? They used to have a free bar at this tournament
Oh,
years ago when it was held at well, they held it at this place called the Rock Haven, which was an old hotel, which was the only place that could hold about 200 plus people at the time. It was a bit of a gong show. So those days are over, I think. So that's good, but that's a lot of people. Yeah,
It is. It is. I mean, I've done golf tournaments for an awful long time, but 272 is a healthy number. Let's put it that way.
And those are tee times or
Yeah. So we're
Wow.
doing double crossover.
Yeah.
So there'll be essentially a morning tournament and an afternoon tournament.
And you've been to the Hall of Fame. I know you're down there not too long ago for the announcement and such. And what a gem it is, right?
Inside
the Memorial Center.
that was my first time, and funny enough, who would think a guy like me would be a Peterborough Pete's fan? But I've been a Peterborough Pete's fan since I was 11 years old, and I only came to
Wow.
Canada since at 10. So
how did that come about?
I like things I'm not able to do, Pete,
Right.
and I don't skate very well.
Right, but
So I love hockey.
right.
And the Pete's were always on TSN or one of
Okay.
the sports stations when I was younger.
Right.
So I always used to watch them.
Yeah, okay.
So that's where my
Yeah.
Corey Perry hat comes in.
Good Peterborough boy. Has
Absolutely.
played here at the golf club
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
And a nice guy too. People
Wonderful.
love to hate on Corey Perry
But he's a
because the
terrific
way
guy.
he plays.
Yeah.
He's such a gentleman. He's
He's
such
a
a good
complete
guy
gentleman.
off the ice, right?
Yeah. So I had the pleasure of going to the
Hall of Fame,
Hall of
at
Fame,
the Mem Center.
and it was great. It was, like I said, my first experience, and it was just all the folks that I thought I knew where they played, and I
Right.
didn't realize I missed so many that played here in Peterborough.
Yeah, it's quite a history, and good for you guys here at the golf club as well. This is exciting. You couldn't have picked a better time to become the summer home of the Peterborough Pete's. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's fantastic. We, Eric, who works with the Pete's,
Yeah.
called us up, and he said, "Can we have a meeting?" I said, "Sure." And he pitched the idea, Peterborough Golf and Country Club, home of the Peterborough Pete's. That alone, he actually won me over with that one line.
Yeah.
It just sounded perfect.
Yeah.
And as we talked about the partnership and how we can help them, how they can help us, it just made a lot of sense. And it's going to result in some really positive things, not only for the golf club, but for the Pete's in terms of their alumni event that we'll host later this year.
Mhm.
Essentially, we're going to host 3 events with them a year.
Okay.
Never mind their Christmas parties and
Sure.
stuff like
Yeah,
that. That's
yeah.
also part of it. But just to be able to bring back their alumni tournament
Mhm.
to Peterborough Golf and Country Club, as well as a couple of other events during the course of the year, I think it's great. It's just, for me, that's a natural fit. It's one of the easiest decisions I've made in the last year.
It is a natural fit. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Sounds like it didn't take long, but the history, and Paul Hickey, who's a longtime member here, and wrote an article not too long ago, I think last week, about the history of the Pete's here, and
Mhm.
the likes of Coach Dick Todd, his connection, Bob Jameson,
Oh, yeah.
one of the best players, if not the best player to ever play here at the Peterborough Golf and Country Club, a former captain of the Pete's. Executive members like Jim Devlin, Will Hughes, Ian Armstrong is still, and he's helping volunteer, giving back this weekend.
Ian,
What a
it's
guy,
been
right?
incredible.
So there's a great connection with the Pete's in Peterborough, and looking forward to those events. It should be good. Before we let you go, as just mentioning a little bit, there are, some people think there are maybe some categories that are sold out here or whatever, but I believe memberships are still available. There is a ton of golf left to be played here in the season.
There absolutely is. COVID years, every golf course was full.
Sure.
Post-COVID years, people are doing a little bit more with their time. So there's definitely openings at the club. Club's a great place to be, with our internal amenities, our food and beverage, fantastic. The golf course really speaks for itself, how good it is and gets better every day, if that's even possible. But no, we've got lots of openings in various categories. Anybody wants to give me a call, for sure. Love to speak with you. I'd love to bring you out, if even for a practice round, and so show you the course, show you the clubhouse. Our staff right now is just outstanding. Really happy with all facets of the club, and I'm not in the business of getting worse. We only get better. So
that's right.
So
that's 100%.
We're gonna keep it going for sure, Pete.
Yeah, that's awesome. And next time we talk to you, I think we're going to talk a little bit maybe about weddings and some events that this great facility can host.
Well, you better book your wedding quickly around here. We're not speaking about you.
No, okay, I was going to say, gosh, I'm like, I hope there's not one too soon.
No.
Eventually, there's going to be a Dalladay wedding or three. But
we our facilities are booking up fast. Which I'm really happy to be able to say. This is a gem of a facility to enjoy the best moments of your life. Weddings, even simple business, a corporate event or what have you. It's just we have so many options for you. And if you'll leave here very, very happy, let's put it that way.
100%. All right, we'll talk more about that on another edition of On the Link. So we'll let you go. It's a busy time around here, and appreciate you coming on with us.
Thanks, Pete. I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. Might wrap up the show depending on if we get Reggie Milledge or not. He's a busy guy around here this weekend as well, but he started his career here at the Peterborough Golf and Country Club, just ripping up and setting course records, and just has gone on to a great career and is now a high-end golf coach and given back and has made it a career. But he certainly would be the guy if any of these next gen players had any questions or needed any tips. I don't know if Reg in his role can give them or not this weekend here at this tournament, but he would have them. He knows this course as good as any, and was also hoping to catch our buddy Carl Lawson here as well. And I don't know, Carl might be running a little on the late side, but that's okay. Sometimes he sleeps in on a Sunday morning. So we'll probably wrap things up here. But again, thanks to the Peterborough Golf and Country Club for having us here today. And again, some of our other sponsors like Nexicom, who do a fantastic job of providing internet all across several golf courses on the Kawartha Golf Trail. If you will, and a shout out to our friends as well at Tony's Clubhouse today as well. If you're looking to get re-grips, get some grips and get some new shafts or whatever the case may be. I know my buddy Paul Ashley, who once won the Peterborough Golf and Country Club Men's Invitational, and is very, very picky, Ash is, about his equipment, recommends Tony. So if he recommends him, because he's probably the most finicky, picky guy when it comes to golf equipment, in anything for that matter, but especially his golf gear and his fishing gear. Tony is the guy that he recommends. So shout out to them as well. Thanks for watching On the Links, everyone. Remember, golf is a game. You want to hit it long, straight, and not too often. We'll see you next time on the Links.